It is that time of year for the national championship of college football. And tonight I am struggling to be thankful because the Ohio State Buckeyes lost against Clemson a couple weeks ago. And so they are not in that game tonight. And so I am watching two teams that I really could care less about. And so I started to think about that. And I was thinking about a couple weeks ago that I talked to us dads about how do we pass a thankful attitude or gratitude onto our kids. And as I thought about that, I was like, you know what? I have throughout my life often struggled with being thankful and having gratitude and living a life of just thankfulness. And as you guys know, the Bible does teach us that we're to count it all joy, that we're to live with thankfulness, that we're to be grateful in all circumstances. And so, I've had to work hard trying to figure out how to be more and more thankful in my life. And so I thought I would just take a few minutes and just talk tonight a little bit about some of the things I've done to begin to develop more of an attitude of gratitude and to be more thankful in my life. I think the first thing is I've had to get myself to focus on it. The thing is that we accomplish the things we focus on. We get the things done that we put the focus on in our lives. And so when we set our mind to something, we get those things done. We accomplish those things. And so we have to come to a place where thankfulness and being grateful is something that we want so bad that we're willing to focus on it. And if we begin to do that, then we will begin to see those slow incremental changes in our lives of becoming more thankful and becoming more grateful. But we can just say it every once in a while and it's not going to happen. The next thing is I've started to develop habits in my life that will begin to develop more and more gratitude and more thankfulness. So the first thing is, for a couple years now, I've had an app on my phone called Thankful. And it reminds me once a day to go on and write down something I'm thankful for. I don't always do it. Actually, a lot of times I don't, but I see it. I see the word thankful. I'm reminded to be thankful. I'm reminded to think through that. And just that is helpful. The second thing that's been helpful for me in beginning to develop more thankfulness and more of an attitude of gratitude is doing a gratitude journal, or thankfulness journal, where a couple times a week I'll just write down 10 things that I'm thankful for. They can be big things, they can be little things. It's just whatever I'm feeling thankful for at that time. And sometimes the same thing can make the list over and over again, but it's just bringing my attention to being thankful and being grateful. The third thing that I have done to continue to develop an attitude of gratitude and to continue to become more thankful is that I take time to write notes of thankfulness to people. So I write them notes and I say thank you and tell them why I appreciate them, how they've been meaningful in my life, and I take time to be thankful for those people. And so I've developed more and more of a habit of writing notes to people and just letting them know, like, hey, I'm thankful for you. I'm grateful that you are in my life and that you mean a lot to me. I think a fourth thing that I have started to discipline myself to do is that when someone comes to my mind, I'll stop and pray for them, and I'll send them a note and just say, hey, I'm praying for you and I'm thankful that I know you and thankful that you are in my life. And so these little things just slowly keep taking my mind back to being more and more thankful and living a life of gratitude, which in the end makes life a whole lot more fun. It makes life a whole lot more better because we're focused on the blessings and the great things that are in our lives instead of getting focused on the tough things that happen. Because we know life is going to be tough, but when we take time to really focus on the things that we're grateful for, we can begin to become really, really thankful and begin to live a life of joy because we're understanding how blessed we are. And I think the final thing that I would just say is that, as followers of Jesus Christ, it's important that we take time to recognize what we have been saved out of. That we take time to remind ourselves that we were once dead, that we were once and are sinners, and that because Christ died on the cross, because he rose again, we have life. And so when we look at the things in our lives, we look at the blessings we have, we look at the future hope we have so much to be thankful for. So take time each day to just stop and humbly reflect on the fact that you have been saved, you have been given life, you have been given hope, and allow that to begin to breed the thankfulness that is in your life. And so here's what I challenge you to do. Go into the comments below and write down 5 things in the comments below right now that you're thankful for, just to take that first step towards moving towards having a life of gratitude and thankfulness. And I will tell you this, that the people around you, as you become more thankful and more grateful, people just are going to want to spend time with you because you're positive, because you're happy, because you're thankful, because you're talking about the good things in life instead of always bringing up the negative things. Because you know what? We have the news all around us to hear all the negative things in life, but we don't often have a lot of people in our lives that are reminding us about all the different ways that we're blessed. And so be that thankful person, be filled with gratitude, remind yourselves often, and let people know the things that you're thankful for. Let people know that you're thankful for them. And in that, you will begin to experience a perspective change in your life that you will become incredibly grateful for. So have a great night, and we'll see you next time.